Welcome to your daily gaming update for Wednesday, May 24th, 2023. I am your host, Joe. Sources for these updates are in the description. For our first update, AMD has announced today, May 24th, the Radeon RX 7600 graphics card that is optimized to provide next-generation and high-performance gaming at high definition or 1080p, along with the details that streaming and content creation have high fidelity with the card. According to the announcement, the card is expected to be available from AMD directly and other partners, including Asus and Gigabyte to name a few, beginning tomorrow, May 25th, for $269 USD. The channel reviewed PC Gamer's assessment of the card that details it has good pricing, compact size, good display support and media engine, and is quieter than expected. However, the performance is unexciting according to PC Gamer. The memory specification is not high, the power consumption is relatively high, and it is not a strong competitor despite the price. Importantly, the RX 7600 is the least expensive of the latest generation or current generation GPUs from either AMD or Nvidia. The RX 7600 can serve as a niche for those that are building a small gaming rig or lounge room PC, and if you are upgrading from a card that is a few years old. Since the card is argued to target mainstream gamers, so those with a mid-range AMD RX 6000 GPU or RTX 30 Cities Nvidia GPU are not recommended to upgrade, particularly with its 8GB frame buffer serving as a potential bottleneck for performance, depending on settings for resolution and texture, for example. However, that can be said for the Nvidia 4060 cards with 8GB VRAM as well. However, AMD is not equivocal with the targeted approach towards gamers that prefer 1080p when gaming. AMD advertises the card is for those particular gamers. It holds well with Cyberpunk 2077 using DirectX 12 1080p at high settings with ray tracing. It can hold 60 frames and above according to PC Gamer. AMD provides a visual that 65% of gamers game at 1080p. The review embargo for the AMD RX 7600 lifted today, May 24th, just one day after the review embargo lifted for the Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti. And this is no coincidence. The Nvidia RTX 4060 Ti is available for purchase today, May 24th, just one day before the release of the RX 7600 AMD card releasing May 25th. Nvidia's launch date can be argued as planned so that consumers choose its 4060 Ti 8GB VRAM card over the AMD option, the RX 7600 with 8GB VRAM as well. The channel continues to review other assessments of the RX 7600 as well. Check back to previous Last Week in Gaming episodes and daily gaming updates for details on performance for the 4060 Ti cards. For our second update, the PlayStation Showcase occurred today, May 24th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There is much to unpack in this showcase that elapsed approximately an hour and 13 minutes. Let's begin with the PlayStation Studios and third-party publisher announcements. PlayStation revealed two new accessories. The first, wireless earbuds compatible with a PlayStation 5 and PC. The second, Project Q. Project Q is the temporary name for what is PlayStation's next handheld, though other than it appearing as a handheld, it is not to be mistaken as another PlayStation Vita. The handheld is specifically designed for streaming and is detailed to be able to stream over Wi-Fi. Ars Technica claims that the handheld is only able to perform local streaming through using PlayStation Remote Play. This is a significant distinction because mobile or lightweight devices using Remote Play can connect from outside the local area network or LAN to the PlayStation 5 when it is in rest mode. Fans and subscribers will need to await more details from PlayStation that will confirm or disconfirm local-only based streaming from the PlayStation 5 using Remote Play, specifically with Project Q. The handheld is planned to release later this year, 2023, which is different than what was originally slated, which was projected release date in 2024. Next, viewers of the showcase witnessed the announcement of Metal Gear Solid. A brief CGI-only trailer showed for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater that is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC with no official release date at this time. The developing game is a faithful remake of Hideo Kojima's original game, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Next, Bungie officially announced its new project titled Marathon, a sci-fi PvP extraction shooter. Bungie also announced a trailer for its next expansion, Destiny 2: The Final Shape, that included what may surprise many fans, a cameo, Cade 6, played by Nathan Fillion, which Bungie also announced is reprising the role. Destiny will host its own showcase August 22nd this year, with more details on the Final Shape that can be live streamed. Next, a trailer for Street Fighter VI scope to the story was shown that releases June 2nd this year. Transitioning now to new trailer debuts. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 gameplay revealed, Fair Game, a competitive heist experience coming to PlayStation 5 and PC. Helldivers 2 drops on PlayStation 5 later this year. Concord, a new PvP multiplayer FPS from Firewalk Studios, is coming to PlayStation 5 and PC. Alan Wake 2 launches on PlayStation 5 October 17th this year, 2023. Assassin's Creed Mirage gameplay revealed, and it launches October 12th this year, 2023. A first trailer for Dragon's Dogma 2, a Capcom upcoming action RPG. Final Fantasy XVI launch trailer, Salvation, was revealed. Foam Stars, a new fresh new party shooter, revealed for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. 2 new playable characters join the Grand Blue Fantasy Relink roster. New Immortals of Avium trailer highlights enemies of the realm. Tower of Fantasy, an immersive cyberpunk open world RPG, hits PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 this summer. Transitioning to PlayStation VR 2 announcements. Beat Saber launches on PSVR 2 today, May 24th, with new Queen music pack. First PSVR 2 footage for Resident Evil 4 VR mode was revealed. First look at Arizona Sunshine 2 was revealed, and it launches on PSVR 2 this year, 2023. New gameplay details revealed for Crossfire, Sierra Squad, coming to PSVR 2, Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted 2, hiring again on PSVR 2, immersive PSVR 2 action shooter Synapse, launching on July 4th this year, 2023. Transitioning to announcements for indie games. Ghost Runner 2, coming to PS5 this year, 2023. The Plucky Squire Storybook World. Sword of the Sea, a new game from Giant Squid. Teardown hits PS5 later this year. Cat Quest, Pirates of the Caribbean, coming to PS5 and PS4 next year, 2024. Neva, from the developer of Grizz. Revenant Hill, where your journey to become a witch's familiar begins. Towers of Agashpa hits PS5 next year, 2024, and new gameplay details were provided. The Talos Principle 2 coming to PS5, revealing Ultros, a psychedelic sci-fi side-scrolling game coming to PS5 and PS4 next year, 2024. That concludes our details for the PlayStation May Showcase. Some games announced at the PlayStation Showcase are arriving on current-gen Xbox as well. Those include Immortals of Avium, Ghost Runner 2, Marathon, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Dragon's Dogma 2, Alan Wake 2, The Plucky Squire, Teardown, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Neva, Cat Quest, and the Talos Principle 2. In relevance, the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 will release autumn this year, 2023. That includes Metal Gear Solid 2, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. For our third update, Will Smith will play as Trey Jones, a legendary survivor, in the mobile survivor game RPG Undawn. The game will release across iOS and Android devices globally June 15th and is a free-to-play game. The game is in development by Lightspeed Studios, who developed PUBG Mobile, and will be published by Tencent-launched Level Infinite. Well, that's it for this daily gaming update. You can look forward to a daily gaming update for Thursday, May 25th. Never miss a daily gaming update by subscribing to the channel on YouTube or selecting the follow button on your podcast service of choice. Let me leave you now with the words of Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. I should go.